Everybody makes mistakes, 'cause no one can be perfect. It was just one kiss, but that don't justify it. I know what I did was wrong.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a minute, but I am back with another video. So a lot of you have asked about how I did this accent wall, and today I have a step-by-step video on how I do my accent wall on a budget. So make sure you watch till the end to see this room makeover and transformation. So here's a quick haul of everything I'll be using today. To my left, I have my primed MDF boards. It is 1 by 2 by 8 feet long. I have my level, my hammer and nails, my hand saw because I'm trying to keep this on a budget. And then here's a sketch of what the wall would look like. So the reason why I have a sketch with measurements is to figure out how many wood panels I would need for this project, and then also to have something to use as a guide. So to begin, I always like to start with the longest piece, and in this case that's the diagonal one that runs from one corner to the other. And as you can see, that's us trying to figure out the best way to place that wood panel. And also the wall is already painted because for me personally it's easier to paint the wall, put all the wood panels, and then paint the wood panels afterwards. I know some people prefer to do it the other way around, where they put everything first of all before they paint both the wall and the wood panel, but this method seems to work better for me. So like I mentioned earlier, this project is on a budget, so we're going to be using a hand saw to cut all the wood panels. So this hand saw is only $14, so it's very cost effective, but it's definitely very tedious. It does take some effort to cut this wood pieces, as you can see here.
We're in trances, going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like to drive and get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, be like when you feel like calling at midnight. You got the best of me, you got me losing sleep. I've been hopeful, baby. I was hoping maybe that you cross my path. I've been sinking lately, and it's hard.
So one tip that I've learned that really helps a lot is cutting yourself a spacer, and this is just a piece of wood that's cut at the space width that you want to have your wood panel spaced at. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but basically what you do is this helps to keep the space between the two wood panel boards even or the same. That way you don't have to worry about the wood panels not being evenly spaced. So that's what we used here for this second diagonal piece, as you can see.
I wanna know, can we trust the stars above to let us know how to go? We only get this life, no guarantees. The stars align, follow your passion trail, and try to keep an open mind. Hiding it by myself, no guarantees you'll find me. Said if it's faith you'll find me, leaving the past behind. We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by.
So to connect two wood pieces like I'm trying to do here, what I usually do is I cut both of them at 45-degree angle in the same direction, and then connect them together to create this 90-degree angle between them. That way it flushes really well together. And then the corner to the door on the right, what I do is I just mark the edges of where it touches the door and then cut it and then put it on the spot. That way it's easier to do and it flushes really well with the door as well. So as you can see, I'm just putting the nails in to hold everything in place, and this is what it looks like. The door, but the corner by the door looks flushed, and then the corner by the other wood panel looks flushed as well. And this is what I do for the rest of the other areas. So here's a close-up view of what it's looking like. The corner by the door there, it's flushed really well. That was cut at 45-degree angle. One thing I forgot to mention is the number of nails I used just depends on how much nails is needed to hold the wood panel in place, so it just varies. Some people usually try to find a stud, but it's just very tedious doing it that way. And then what we're doing here is we're trying to figure out how tall the bed frame is, or the headboard is. That way we don't hide the details of the accent wall behind the bed. And you don't really have to do this, but for us, since this is a bedroom, we just wanted to make sure that it shows as much as possible all the details that we intend to show on the accent wall. So we're almost done and we just have a few more pieces left to go. And one thing I forgot to mention also is using the level to make sure that the wood panels are running straight or they're aligned properly. We also use the level for the diagonal pieces as well. So the level is a must-have to use, because you want to make sure your wood panels are not looking weird and they look straight, or they're looking straight. So that's what we did. And then finally we did make some slight modification to the design, and that's because nothing always goes according to plan, so we had to make some changes here and there, but nothing too major. In the end, it actually looked a lot better than what we had sketched out, and we're happy with the result. So yeah, this is us just putting the final pieces and finishing this up. Here's the end result. This is what it looks like. It looks really good, as you can see. So this joints or corners here, or connections rather, it looks like it has some holes in there, but we're going to use a hole filler to fill those in, and also fill up all the holes that the nails made. That corner there looks very messy, but that's all going to be cleaned up. And here's this connection by the door. I really love this. I don't know, I just really like this angle here, or this area here. You can see that area with the wall there looks very flush, the ceiling rather looks very flushed, which is nice. Those were all cut at 45-degree angle. So yeah, so what I was going to do next is come back with my hole filler, fill this in, and then sand it later. So actually, yeah, this is after I filled in all of the holes and the corners or joints with the hole filler. and now I'm going to go in with the sander or sandpaper and then just sand everything to make it look more smooth. So here's the thing with using hammer and nails, it doesn't really give it a clean finish as to using a nail gun. The holes that the nails make with the hammer and nail is just a lot bigger, and it just doesn't give it this clean finish. So that's the downside of doing this manually. But if you do use a nail gun, it just makes everything more clean and effortless. But nevertheless, it still looks really nice, and we're happy with the result. And then what was next now was to paint over the wood panels. I did mention that this wood panels were primed already, so that makes it a lot easier. You just paint over it and it just gives a clean finish. So that's why we got the primed boards. So yeah, just paint and then finish up the room makeover.
To face in this trashy bar, another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the woo girls doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
So that's it. That concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this transformation or makeover and accent wall DIY. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
But if I mean to show